Hello, hello. How are you doing, Jan? How so good to be here with you today for the third episode. Good?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Very excited to be here today
Ooh.
for the third episode of Private Coffee. How are you today?
Hey. Fantastic, happy, energetic. We have a great guest today. Five times winner. What a journey. To everyone listening and joining us, welcome to Private Coffee. This is raw, unfiltered conversations with the most brilliant minds in the privacy space, powered by fully homomorphic encryption, FHE. Our mission here at Private Coffee is to spotlight the talent within Zama, sharing their stories, their vision for the future. And today we have DeFi preacher, our dear Femi. Welcome, Femi. How are you doing?
Hello, Carla. Hello, Jan.
So good
It's
to have
great to
you.
be here. I'm doing great. Trust you're doing great too.
Yes, I'm super happy to have you here. Jan is going to help us backstage, so he's always around helping us with everything.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us. You're a 5 times winner of the Developer Program. Woohoo, congrats!
Yeah. Thank
Um,
you.
and this last time was with a really cool project called Circux, which is about confidential savings, contribution circles. We're going to talk a lot about that in a second. Uh, I was stalking your website and I found this phrase you said on your own words. I'm a full stack engineer who cares about how the product feels, how the team ships, how the system behaves when it starts taking real load. So you're a
Thank
real
you.
a real powerhouse. Um, congrats on winning the developer program. How is that experience?
The experience. I mean, it's a great sensation, and I want to thank Zama for the opportunity because there are quite a lot of builders also building along with me, but it's really an opportunity to be chosen. When your project is spotlighted and selected as one of the
Get
winning
attention.
projects. I think it's a very great opportunity, and on my end too, it's something exciting for me and something I'm really grateful for. So it's a wonderful experience.
And well, thank you for being here with us. We are going to thank you to Sama for supporting and creating this private coffee series, especially to Jan for supporting us in keeping this experiment growing. And we are your hosts. I'm Carla. I'm a Web3 founder since 2017, based in Costa Rica, and joining me also backstage is Redman from Nigeria as well, a dedicated contributor across multiple ecosystems. We are thrilled to partner with Sama to elevate builders like Femi using FHE to improve our world. So Femi, before we talk about your many projects, because there are many, we want to know
Yeah.
about you first. Uh, you're from Nigeria. Where in Nigeria? Where are you in the world today?
Okay.
And let's start with that.
Okay. So I think like Carla introduced me. My name is Adeyemi Femi. Yeah. Adeyemi Femi. That's a Yoruba name.
Wait,
Okay. Yeah. So I'm a software engineer and a full stack engineer, meaning I'm based on the front end, the back end, DevOps, and all round software engineering. So I think I've been in the field for quite almost 5 years now. So I started with working on the Web 2 side, building products, building system on the Web 2 hand. And I have quite a lot of experience. I've been opportunity to work with a lot of companies inside and outside of Nigeria. I've worked in the Netherlands, I've worked in the Greece. I've been able to collaborate with quite a lot of teams, which I'm super grateful for. And I'm from Nigeria, like Carla said, and specifically, I'm from Lagos State. I'm from Lagos in Nigeria. And I love building things. I love learning, and I love researching and exploring. And I think that's one of the ways where I got to find out about Zama. So yeah, thank you.
And that's something that many people, many devs can empathize, that journey from Web 2 to Web 3. How was that for you? That transition
Okay.
or that experience of coming from the Web 2 world?
Okay, yeah. So about the experience of transitioning into Web3. So
It is a challenging transition. It has many little details that we need to know.
I started with Web2, but somehow I came to know of Web3. I think it might be maybe when I was scrolling through my feed. So I came to know of Web3 as a software engineer. Like I said I love exploring. So when I came to know of Web3, what caught my attention was, the ability of decentralization. The ability for people to peer to be able to, transfer funds, to be able to collaborate without any central entity, and that was fascinating for me. And then I decided as a builder that I wanted to look deep into Web3. I wanted to build on Web3. So I think that was when I transitioned into Web3. I started building smart contracts. I started learning how to build smart contracts from tutorials, from boot camps. And, from there, I was able to grow and I was able to improve. Yeah.
That's a great story, and thank you for sharing. And I think for people like you from Africa, like me from Latin America, where our centralized institutions usually don't work as well, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Definitely Web3 it's a game
Yeah.
changer, and
Exactly.
it unblocks a lot of ideas that are not possible in
Sure.
Web2. So I'm happy that we have you on this side.
Thank you.
And you seem very passionate. You said that you love tech and building things. Why? Why do you love building tech? What is that something that you're so passionate about?
Okay. So about having a passion for building, I would say I think from my very early stage, I've loved building things. I'm this kind of curious someone. Whenever I see a particular system, whenever I see something that works, something that functions, um, uh, there's this curiosity in me, whereby I would love to, know more or deep dive into such a working system. So from a very little age, I've been, even from school, I studied computer science. So in school, so I studied computer science. So that was one of the things that plunged me into, studying or going to study computer science, because I am a curious someone, and I love building things. I love providing solution to things, and this is one of the things that made me to enter into the journey of software engineering, where I can provide solutions digitally, where I can create things, where I can understand the inner workings of things and how things work under the hood. And I could, well, let's just say I love doing hard things. I love doing hard things.
I love that motivation. I think many people in Web3 we all share that curiosity, and it is beautiful to get to know you a little bit better through that, right? Solving problems, real
Yeah,
real
yeah,
life problems, things
yeah,
that
sure.
people need to do that they cannot do with the systems they have today. And looking at your portfolio, you have done it all. Okay, you're a true generalist. I can see things like gaming, travel, expenses, AI assistance, file sharing, food ordering, fashion. You have built something for everyone at this stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Which of those projects has been your favorite, let's say, and which one has pushed you further? Like, what's the more difficult one?
Okay. Yeah. So about my most favorite project, I won't say I have favorite project. I have a particular favorite project. Like I said, I'm someone that loves to explore. So whatsoever it is that catches my attention, and I set my mind on doing, I just fall in love with it. So I don't have an exception. I don't select, because if you are going to do something very well, if you are going to be able to do what you do, if you are going to be able to do it well, you have to fall in love with it. You don't have to say, okay, this is an exception. I don't want. So whatsoever it is I set my mind to do, or whatsoever it is, any project I take up, I try to, fall in love with it. I try to enjoy it. So I don't actually have a favorite project every project I've learned something. Every project there have been issues. Every project there have been
Challenges, I guess.
difficulties. Yeah, challenges. Yeah, but I've been able to scale through. So I love whatsoever it is I take up.
Fantastic. Well, now you know, everyone listening, you need to fall in love with your projects. They're going to be challenging. This is going to be a lot of work. You need to actually love what you're doing. And why building on Zama?
Okay, why am I building on Zama? I think one of the most fascinating thing about Zama is that Zama is exciting because it makes privacy programmable. You know, we all know the blockchain, decentralization, everything is public. Everyone can see everything. But, coming to Zama, you can build financial apps, you can build identity apps, you can build voting apps, scoring system, contribution system, user data flows. And, it's Zama makes these applications powerful because it gives them privacy under the hood. So I think one of the reasons why I fell in love with Zama was because of what it gives, the power it gives to applications. You and you and every other person, you want to have access to something, being able to program that, okay, you and some group of people alone can see this thing in a particular world where everything is public, where everything is visible. And then, having that power at hand to say, okay, I want to be the only one to see this, or I want this selected group of people alone to be able to see this. So I think that kind of power that Zama gives is one of the things that, made me to fall in love with it.
It's like the possibilities and what they unlocked. You have a beautiful philosophy or phrase on your site. Privacy is a design, not a feature. Like it's something that is like embedded in the app. It's part of how you think on how you're going to build a solution. It's not just kind of like an added thing that you just put on top of it.
Yeah.
As an engineer, how does FHE and the tools that you have in Zama change the way you design an app or a project? Is it a different process when you think on a solution building on Zama than building on Web2 or building on other blockchain? What do you think?
Okay. So you mean, what have I learned, right, from building on Zama? What does it change in the way I reason or, the way I approach projects, right?
Sure. Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay.
you have experience building on Web2. You have experience building maybe in other blockchains. And now you're building on Zama. And in Zama, as you said, you have like specific possibilities that FHE brings to you. How is that different? And I'm thinking on people listening that maybe people that is starting on Zama, starting to build on using FHE, so they can be prepared, right? Like, how is this different from building in other places?
Okay. I think one of the things, as we all know, that makes Zama different from, building and other things is, like I said, the programmable power that it gives, the privacy that it gives. So I think one of the things that Zama has, changed, or one of the things that changed for me why building on Zama is that, it gave me this ability, or it gave me this concept whereby when I am approaching a new project, one of the things I have to think of is, should this be public or should this be private? So it's kind of tuned my understanding. So whenever I want to approach any project, be it Web2, be it Web3, that privacy understanding has now been there. Some has, whereby whenever I want to start a project, I have to be privacy conscious. I have to be security conscious. So I think that is one of the things that, Zama's changed.
Well, we deserve that as users. every app should start with privacy and security.
Yeah, exactly.
It is sad that we don't have that, but it's good that we have now the possibility to add that layer to our apps, to our decentralized apps. And you're right, it's a mindset. It's also a responsibility. It's a responsibility on how are we handling and showing and using user data in our apps. And I think it's a whole new set of abilities you need to have in order to design good apps. But you have done it. And if you're enjoying this conversation, make sure to follow private coffee underscore on X and Zama underscore FHE or just Zama on X as well, so you don't miss our future episodes. Okay, so we were discussing a little bit about you, where you come from, your experiences, what Zama brings to the table. Let's talk a little bit about your last project, the one that you're building right now, Circux. Circux. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, Circus.
Circus. The line of your project says, save alone, build together, stay private. Can you explain a little bit to the audience what was your first motivation to build this project? A little bit the concept behind it. What is Circus?
Okay, yeah. So my motivation behind building Circus was, it was inspired by, there's something we call Ajo in Nigeria. Ajo, so Ajo, it's a Yoruba language. If there's a Yoruba person here from Nigeria, I think they will understand what that means. So Ajo, it's
Ajo.
more like it's a saving model. It's a saving model where a group of people, they contribute money regularly. It's a fixed duration. It's a fixed or a specific time. It could be every Monday. It could be weekly. It could be monthly.
Okay.
It could be quarterly. And there's a specific date. Is it every week? There's a specific date. Is it every Monday? If it's monthly, is it every last week of the month?
First month, the first Monday.
Yeah. So it's a group saving model whereby a group of people, they contribute regularly, and each round, that's after, from the first to the last person, everyone has contributed. Then there's a specific person in line that receives the pooled amount, the totally contributed amount. So let's say we have 5 people contributing, making that contribution now. So it starts from the first person after the 5 people have contributed. If it's weekly, after they've contributed weekly. Then the next round of contribution, it goes on to the second person. The next round, it goes on to the third person. So like that, till everyone has everyone has received a pool amount of the total contribution.
Okay.
So I think one of the reasons. Okay.
Let me see if I understood, just for everyone to be clear. Okay. So you have 5 friends. Everyone gets together and say, okay, we're going to save together. Every Monday, everyone is going to put $10.
A specific amount. Yeah, there's a specific amount.
Okay. $10, everyone the same. Every Monday. And after a month, the first person in line gets the full amount, something like this.
Exactly.
Okay. And then again, the second month, and the second person in line gets the money. So you're saving together, and then you get the money once a month to use in whatever you need.
Exactly.
So it's a way to keep you accountable, because you're not saving alone. Someone else is like probably pushing you. You need to put the money because I need my money next month. It's a way to kind of peer pressure, but in a positive way, right? To do something good.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that how it works?
But I think there are considerations. Many a times there are unforeseen circumstances that might come up, and someone might not be able to meet the target. Maybe you are the one to pay. So I think there are considerations, and they are more like there's more like an extension. They give you more like an extension of days. Okay, probably before the next contribution. Okay, we give you the grace before the next contribution. You should be able to meet up. So there's more like an extension in place in case there are any.
In case something happens.
There's anything that comes up. Yeah. So, and I think one of the reasons for this kind of model is because when there is more like a huge project for someone to undertake, and they seem not to be able to do it alone. And that is why we have this kind of saving model. When a person receives that pooled amount of the whole contribution of everyone, it's something. The money is huge, depending on the amount everyone is paying. So I think that is one of the reasons for this kind of saving model. It makes being able to undertake projects makes it easier for an individual. So I think
I
that's
love that. I love that concept. I really caught my eye when I was reviewing your work. I
Thank
think
you.
I had some experience in the past. I come from the social currency movement, and I did a first
Okay.
blockchain project that is actually a social currency platform. And we had
Okay.
the opportunity to work with women's group in Ethiopia, and they have
Oh,
these saving circles as well.
yeah.
And I think
Wow.
that's beautiful, that's powerful, that gives people the opportunity to do bigger things together
Yeah.
and do it
Exactly.
together.
Yeah.
Many of our experiences with apps are individual, so I think it's fantastic that this is like collective, and that creativity coming from Africa is something that I love also from Brazil. My husband is Brazilian, so in Brazil
Wow.
they also have a lot of creativity in finance, and I think might
Wow.
be connected with that those ancestors thinking more collectively and how to do things together. So
Yeah.
I love we love the concept.
Thank you.
How can we bring this? How would you bring this to Zama? So show us. Show don't tell. Show us. So
We are moving
yes.
into the demo, and I
Yes.
okay. So
Nice. On top of it.
okay. So how I brought this into Zama before the demo is that I made different features. It has two main parts: the private votes and the contribution cycles. That's for Circux. So for the private votes, users can save a loan, they can set targets, they can define lock rules, and they can deposit
But that's
confidential tokens.
the
So let me,
individual version of it. And you can do it
yeah. So
yourself.
okay, let me just move into the demo.
Okay.
So I just explain all along. So let me connect my wallet. Let me start with a new wallet because I already have a new testnet
This is the
wallet.
second since while you connect your wallet. This is the second time we have a live demo on the show, and I always say you are super brave. Everyone that is showing their work live, something
Okay.
may happen. Maybe it's working perfectly, but we appreciate that you want to show us your work.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, when you come into the app, you have to first connect your wallet, and then when you come first into the app, this is the onboarding section. You have to put your name. So and then you have to input your email, in case for anything. And then you have to continue, select your currency, continue. If you have an invite code, because one of the features of the contribution cycles is that users can be
Sure, you invite your friends to join your
invited.
circle.
Yeah, in case you want them to join the contribution cycle. So then you continue. I don't have an invite code. I'm just onboarding. Then choose your starting
You
path.
have no friends.
So I'm saving for myself, but that does not stop me from creating a cycle. Then your saving goal are you saving for rent, for tuition, for emergency or business, or so let's just say, okay, I'm saving for
So you
emergency.
define a collective goal that you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now my onboarding process is complete, and you can decide to upload an image in case for recognition. Maybe you want to be recognized, so you can upload an image when you go to the profile.
Well,
I'm not doing that.
Trust is a big part of this project, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You need to do.
So let's move straight to the first part, which is saving a loan. Where users can save a loan, set targets, they can define lock rules, and they can deposit confidential tokens. So I'm creating a new vote for myself. This is what do I want to name this? Okay, let's say my rent, and the category is already set to rent. So now the lock style is it time lock or milestone lock? So this is more like for the milestone lock, is it when you save to a particular specific amount before you can withdraw?
Okay.
Or for time lock, when you save for a specific time period before you can withdraw.
Whichever amount you manage to save.
So you won't be able to withdraw depending on this rule that you are setting. So let's say milestone.
I love how it helps you be accountable with yourself.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm saving towards a target of 1,000 USDC for my rent. And the settlement token, are you saving with USDC or USDT? So let's say USDC, and then you can create your vote. So, and it's the wallet is going to come up in some minute. Yeah. So you have to confirm.
It worked.
Yeah. And in the seconds, we are going to see the votes created.
That is fantastic that people can come with whatever goal they have. It can be a long-term goal. It could be something regularly, like or recurring, like paying rent, and
Yeah.
organize their finance in that way, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's really amazing. And I just confirmed the second time, and things are happening under the hood. So the vote is created, as you can see. So now it takes you to that vote page, and you can review the amount you're saving towards. So it's hidden by default. It's hidden on the blockchain. Zama makes that possible, so no one can see your target amount. Now, when I review it, you can see I'm saving towards 1,000, and this is a milestone rule. Now, when you want to save, you come here to fund your vote.
To fund this vote, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
to add your,
and first of all, you have to have a balance here. Your private balance. So let's see. Let me move 15 USDC.
You're back.
This is what we call Zama calls it shielding. You're shielding your tokens in order for it to be private on chain. So I'm shielding or I'm wrapping my tokens to confidential. Second.
Yes, you were saying that you were wrapping your tokens.
I'm shielding my. Yeah. I'm more like wrapping my tokens from the normal visible USDC to the confidential USDC, which is hidden on chain. So I'm wrapping 15 USDC to confidential USDC, and nobody can see these tokens on chain. So confirm again, and I just moved 15 USDC. So you can see I have a balance of 5 USDC left. Now I want to review this. You can see it's shown that I have 15 confidential USDC. Now, when I go to my vote, which I created, now I can deposit or save into this vote. Now, how much do I want to save? Let's say I want to save 5.
Yeah, you had 5 already.
So I'm moving from my private balance. And all of these things are hidden on chain. No one knows the amount you're depositing. No one knows the amount you're saving and all. So I think there seems to be an issue.
Always can happen in a live demo, but it's fantastic. Okay, so let's just review the process. So you have your normal USDC, you put it on confidential USDC, and you have permission from the vault. You authorize it to use part of your balance. You save, and you're done. Then you have your. Then next time, could you maybe in the future automatize that? Like say, okay, I have this balance. Put $5 every week or so. That would be
more like an automation. So I think that's one of the features which I would have in mind to add. Automation whereby a specific date, maybe every Friday of the week or every day of the month, you set a particular date, and at that specific date, money is being moved from your wallet, to be saved for you. So I think that's
a reminder. A reminder for you to sign the transaction.
Exactly. And the second part is the save together. So for this, you can also create a new cycle. What are you calling your cycle name? let's call this community project. And the cadence, like, are you saving weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or flexible? Flexible means you can save anytime. So let's say flexible. Now, the payout mode, should it be rotating? Is it milestone? So rotating means the one I explained, the Agile, model, whereby each person after the pooled amount get to, receive milestone.
Turn.
Yeah, after a specific amount, the creator of the cycle can choose anybody, to give. And pool 2 is similar.
Oh, the creator of the cycle choose. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, you could create something like this. I don't know, if you're a parent, for your kids to give them reward.
Yeah,
for example.
exactly.
That would be a cool, an interesting use case.
Yeah, it works for a lot of situations. And now the round contribution amounts, like the specific amount each person is to pay at every round, could be $100, 100 USD. So are we saving in USDC or USDT? Let me just stick with USDC. And the cycle is being created. And I still have to confirm for one. So I think the cycle should be created in a second.
And with these circles, there are many interesting use cases that could be implemented.
Yeah.
I can imagine, for example, in our current context, many of us, we are digital nomads, right? People living abroad. We could have this kind of collective circles with our families or friends to support each other in case something happened, right? In case of an emergency or a health emergency, for example.
Yeah, sure. So, and as you can see, the circle is created. And for this, you can invite. I think I would not want to go through that part because it's quite, so it doesn't take time. You can copy the invite code, and you see that when I was onboarding, there's a section to input your invite code. And also, a user can come here and join the cycle with an invite.
And same process. You need to have some balance, and then you will add it. Definitely.
Yeah. So when they join this cycle, when any user join this cycle using the invite code, they show in the list of members, and the creator can reveal the amount, the private contribution of all members, but each member can only see their private contribution. They can't see the contribution of the other members. So that's one of the rules. Yeah.
It's you want to remove the peer pressure. And
exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly. And for the release payouts, you can see this button is disabled. That's because it is until the rule is met, and the rule we have for this is that's the release readiness is that every active member, they must contribute in this round before the next recipient unlocks.
Sure.
So they can't.
Everyone must contribute first.
Yeah. And here is how you fund the private balance.
But I think that's fantastic that we can see people achieving their goals together, but we don't need to see the amounts, right? We don't need to see how much every person contributed. We just saw that this happened and they achieved their goal. That's fantastic. That's what we need to know.
Yeah, so I actually set 100 USDC, and I don't have up to that for my you just have to know that you can also update the rules here. You can update the rules here in case you want to change your mind, you want to update the rules, and here you can see all your transactions. You can see I currently funded my private balance, and you can see that here, and also can come here your profile. You can update your profile, and you can add your profile picture. Yeah, so
it is fantastic. It looks fantastic, and I think it's a really great a contribution to the ecosystem. Really grounded, ready to use in real life, and I think I can imagine already many use cases. Fantastic idea. I love when people bring like a traditional or local knowledge into the blockchain and give it a new life. Right? It's like I love that.
Thank you.
And my grandma started a saving group back in the
Wow.
50s or 60s in Costa Rica, and
Wow.
eventually that turned into a big co-op here. Doesn't exist anymore, sadly, but it was a testament of what people can do when they save together or they identify a common goal and do it together. So
Yeah.
this could be it. This could be the foundation for many things that come in the future. So
Yeah.
congrats on building Circux.
Thank
What
you.
are your plans for the future with Circux or the next steps?
Okay. So for the next steps, one of the feature is the automation we mentioned, and another feature which is very, very important and core, which I am currently working towards, is you see that for this model, this model is mostly done by the locals, the non-crypto native users, people who don't have an idea about, they don't have an idea about gas, they don't have an idea about, settlement, they don't have an
Wallets
idea about
and keys
tokens.
and
Yeah, they don't
signs.
have about tokens and all the blockchain. They don't know about that. So I'm working on something, a system, an infrastructure. It's an infrastructural system under the hood, which is going to be like a plugin to different apps can plug it in, more like an SDK. And so non-crypto native users, when this system is plugged into to apps, non-crypto users, they don't need to have an idea about the blockchain. So there's going to be like a local currency rail whereby users in Nigeria, I'm starting from Nigeria because it's going to be a lot if I want to integrate for many countries. So I'm starting from Nigeria, whereby users can save with local currency, and that is going to be interpreted, or that is going to be settled in the blockchain native tokens, stablecoins, and currency. So a person can save, we use Naira in Nigeria. So someone can save 10,000 Naira without even having an idea that, their currency is going to be private on chain.
In the back is actually
or maybe
private source.
they have to pay for gas. Everything, the system handles everything. The local currency rails, the settlements, the gas payment, the wallets aspects, the confirmation aspect, everything. So the system is going to be handling it. So local users, they can, save money without even having an idea of the blockchain, or
But having the advantages and having the
and the
benefits.
advantages of privacy, whereby their numbers is hidden on chain, and that is taking Zama to the local users. So that's what I'm working on.
So that's what we're talking about. So everyone listening, this is what you need to be building: solutions for real people with that may not be Web3 focused people, but they need
Exactly.
you. They need these solutions. Build
Yeah.
for them and build for them in a way that they don't even know what is happening in
Yeah.
the back. That's
Abstraction.
fantastic. Full abstraction. So
Yeah.
before continuing, this is Private Coffee episode 3. We are here with DeFi Preacher, my friend Femi from Nigeria. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. Jackie, Janice, and Redman are backstage helping us with that. And don't forget to follow Private Coffee _ on X and also Zama on X so you don't miss our future episodes. Femi, this is fantastic. I think it's a cool idea, executed beautifully. The front end is pretty beautiful and sleek.
Thank you.
And I love that you are designing and creating systems thinking in people from the streets, people that is like in their daily lives trying to solve problems, maybe not familiar with Web3 and privacy, but they need it. They absolutely need it, and they deserve it. They deserve that privacy.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you're winning. I mean, you have won the developer program 5 times. That means you know the Zama protocol inside out. I wonder what are other ideas that you have that you want to build in the future, or that you would love to see other people building next.
Okay,
what are you excited about?
Yeah, so the thing that actually, I'm actually someone that believes it's it's actually good to take things one at a time, because there's massive result when you take things step by step and you're not bombarded with doing a lot of things at the same time. You get little to no result. So currently, I'm actually more focused on the ideal which I'm currently building, because it might sound simple. It might sound simple at the top, but under the hood and behind the scenes, it's actually not something very simple. So my full focus is building this infrastructural system. And like I said, it's not just going to be for Circux alone, but Circux is going to be the first app I'll be testing it with.
The first test.
Users, companies, and everyone can actually plug this in, and this can also be extended to other blockchains. And as we know, Zama is not the blockchain, and yeah, that's one of the things that makes me love it. It's chain independent. It's a tool whereby you can plug to anything.
You can choose.
Yeah. So other chains we can use this solution. So that's what I'm fully focused on at the moment.
Fantastic. And I think you are a big inspiration for other people that are starting in the ecosystem, other builders. And I think that the developer program is fantastic for actually encourage people to build something. Any advice that you have for people that are starting today, or maybe looking to participate in the next one?
Okay. Yeah. So for people building on Zama, what's my advice to the new builders is that you have to start simple. You don't have to rush things, and you don't have to take any pressure. You have to start simple, and you have to think of real use cases. You have to start simple, and don't try to overcomplicate things. So I think the best approach is you pick a real privacy problem, because that's what Zama is fixing. That's what Zama is solving. They are solving privacy problems. So you have to try to sit down and think over the idea and pick a real privacy problem. And then when you pick a real privacy problem, your next approach is you have to decide what should stay encrypted. Okay, this is what should stay encrypted. We know that in a payment solution, the figures of the user should stay encrypted. So when you are picking a real privacy problem, you decide what should stay encrypted, and then you decide what should remain public, and then you decide who should be allowed to review what. That's the permissions. Those you are going to be given the permissions to be able to see, what will be encrypted and what will be public. So pick a real privacy problem, decide what should stay encrypted, decide what should remain public, and decide who should be able to review what. So I think that would be my advice to new builders.
I hope you are taking notes, because he is giving you like the how to win this developer program and how to build good solutions, because the winning comes out of actually building something that is useful, that is taking the advantage of the technology in the best way possible.
Exactly.
And that is actually useful. How do you plan to test Circux now? Are you looking for partners? Are you looking for people to help you maybe pilot this? Are you looking for, I don't know, early testers or adopters? How can we help you from the community?
I think currently the crypto users, the community, they can test Circux. It's open source. You can test it locally. You can test the deployed version, and so I think it's going to be important, because I think this is one of the things that makes the system resilient. When users test your product, you're able to see, problems. They're able to see challenges. They're able to see bugs, things you can fix.
Many bugs.
And we have one on the call already. So things you can fix.
But that's the drill. That's the drill.
So user feedback is one of the most important things for a great product. User feedback is, let me say, the most important things, because that's how you refine your product. That's how you grow. So yeah, sure. Circux is open to everyone. You can definitely use it. You can definitely test it. Currently, it's still on Sepolia, not on mainnet. We are still in the testing phase. And then later on, like I said, the non-crypto users too are going to be onboarded soon when I finish with the infrastructural system I'm building. So, but currently, crypto native users, they can actually test and give me feedback. My DM is open.
Fantastic. So follow DeFi Preacher on X. You can check their website.
But it's actually on my profile. You can just search Circux and it's going to bring up the link. Yeah.
Fantastic. So now you know, follow DeFi Preacher, DM him if you want to be an early user, a tester, and give him feedback on how to improve. And if you have also a real use case that you want to be implemented, give the feedback. It may be developed. So thank you so much, Femi. I think it has been a fantastic conversation. It's lovely to meet you and see your energy and what you're building. I'm looking forward to see Circux evolving and in using it. Maybe it can be integrated into my own projects as well. So I'm really excited about this. Any final thoughts that you want to give to people listening?
Just want to give a huge shout out to Zama again, because I think one of the things that blockchain has been lacking in the recent years is privacy, and I think that's one of the things. It's a very core issue that Zama is fixing, because currently we have a lot of kidnappings. We have a lot of issues based on people's numbers being open or being public on the blockchain, and this is causing a lot of issues in the real world. And I think that's one of the things that Zama is fixing before full blockchain adoption. So I think privacy preserving applications are going to become increasingly important, because users, they want the benefit of on-chain systems without exposing everything about themselves. So, and which is interesting, and we should expect more builders to build more interesting apps on Zama in the months to come.
In the following months, definitely. And this is the key, as Femi is saying, this is the key to actually onboarding real users and institutions and companies to the blockchain. This is the unlock, and you are all the people that are building on Zama at the moment. You are at the frontier, and you are going to be the leaders of that new evolution of our.
It's an opportunity. It's a great opportunity.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Femi. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Redman. This was Private Coffee, raw, unfiltered conversations with the most brilliant minds in the privacy space, powered by fully homomorphic encryption, FHE. We are here to spotlight the talent within Zama. We had the DeFi Preacher today. Next time, it could be you. So we are sharing your stories and your visions for the future. Thank you so much. Thank you, DeFi Preacher, for joining us.
Thank you, Carla. It's an opportunity to be here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.